sure many of you have traveled to India, but not everyone, and so this has been a huge window into Indian textiles, craft, and also the dedication to keep things going and to provide an income for families in that country. We have a few minutes for questions, if there are some questions. Yes, please. Yes. Yeah.
The block printing are done two ways. One is non-resist, which is called simple block printing, and the one which are called resist are called discharge printing. So in block, unlike Gujarat you will use the mud paste to resist the ground. But in South, when we do block printing, we would dye the whole fabric first and then dip your block into the discharge solution. It's a transparent alkali which is made with all natural ingredients mixed with the gum, so that to bind to get the desired consistency, you dip your block into it and you print. So the color is discharged. That area, as you see on my textile, what I'm wearing, it was first dyed in orange, red. Here, this piece of textile, it's applique, and then discharge printed. So the discharge is taking away the color and giving a very nice subtle tone which is coming from underneath. But in Gujarat, the paste is made out of grains which are eaten by insect. You know, every granary in Gujarat, in the village, every house will have a granary made of clay, a big tank-like thing in the backyard, where they store the wheat, grains and rice, and due to the weather and the moisture, these grains sometimes get insects. So the insects eaten grains are then mixed with gum and clay and made as a paste to resist, which is called dabu print. So in India we have more than a dozen block printing technique, and each one has a very beautiful different effect. Yes. A very good question. It's not a whole milk, because you would require tons and tons of milk then. It's just 50% milk and 50% water. And you boil it for half an hour. See, in India, in cottage industry level, we don't have time management, the alarm clocks or watch or anything, it's all how you do the cooking, with your gut feeling. Same way you do, you keep cotton for half an hour, silk for less than half an hour for boiling. Yes, after you boil in cow milk, you just rinse with water and dry it. So whatever is the excess cream or, because in milk you will also have little cream and other substance. All that gets washed up, you dry it, and then it's ready for the hand work. Well, very valid and very good question, because I keep asking that question to myself every morning. As you see, I'm an artist. I spent 7 years doing art and 3 years studying textile design, and I've spent 15 years working with these rural skills. But within me is an artist, and the artists get very suffocated with the very idea of expansion of the business and the marketability and blah blah blah. I'm not very happy doing this. So maybe 10 years down the line, the Creative Bee Foundation would continue and get more and more of my time, and Creative Bee as a company may invite the private investors or and because marketability is a need for today's the declining craft. So Creative Bee has to expand, and it's not been expanding the way it should because of my shortcomings on the marketing and business skills. So that is what I see. Creative Bee, my son, we have just one son, and he's going to be a scientist. He's studying biotechnology. So maybe 10 years later, if you see if Creative Bee still exists, it may be a very large organization, and that's my vision. market my product to the museum stores and couple of niche art galleries and stuff like that. So in US there is not a big marketing network. In Europe, of course, we have been very well connected with clients for more than 10 years. Japan, we have good clients, but all this amounts to only 20%. 80% is all what we do for India. Yes. Yes.
I'm interested in how crafts, particularly like the how it attracts the younger generation into doing something which is lengthy and not very profitable. What is the prospect?
Her question is that something like patola, which is only making saris, which is so laborious and not so much profitable, how the younger generation is reacting to this and looking at the prospects of this skill. That's what is her question. Yes, it's not a very bright future ahead, because if you don't diversify or you don't propagate, if we don't have in coming 10 years more than 50 families trained to do patolas, patola is going to be a thing of history, because who is going to weave patolas? The skill going to be lost. That's what precisely I'm here for today. All my 3 case studies that you saw are all endangered and could be lost just like that if there is no timely intervention from the government or from designers or from, because it's a problem of survival. It's not a fascination or a hobby or, they have to survive. Not even a day they can keep their loom without a warp. If their loom is without warp, that means they are starving. Okay. Thank you very much.
So again, to remind you that we're moving across the bridge into the sunshine in San Rafael, and if you would like to continue to meet with Bina, we will be there at the Folk Art Gallery on 4th Street starting at 2 o'clock this afternoon. And you'll have ample opportunity to look closer and try on and purchase some of these beautiful textiles. And again, those of you who would like to share rides, would you please come on down here?